Imagine drifting through warm tropical waters where coral gardens glow like underwater cities and schools of bright fish swirl around you like living confetti. Everything feels peaceful until something glides through the shadows of the reef. A sleek shape, silent, almost ghost-like. You catch only a flash of movement before it vanishes again. But don't panic, that shadow isn't a monster. It's the star of today's journey. You're watching Mega Wildlife, and today we're diving deep into the world of one of the ocean's smartest and most misunderstood hunters, the reef shark. This agile predator is far more fascinating than most people realize, and by the end of this episode, you'll see these creatures in a completely new light. Stick with us, hit that subscribe button, and let's begin the adventure. The reef shark carries a Latin name meaning trident, but its mouth is wide and impressive enough to make that name feel almost ironic. Don't let the name fool you though. This shark isn't a brute. It's a streamlined, elegant predator built for precision. Within the gray shark family, the reef shark is the standout specialist. Its closest relatives, like lemon sharks and sharp-eye sharks, tend to rely on power, aggression, and straightforward attacks. But the reef shark plays a different game. It uses strategy, it uses camouflage, and it knows every hidden crevice of the reef like a professional escape artist. Most adults grow to around 1.5 meters in length, although there have been rare giants reaching nearly 2 meters. Its body is shaped like a living torpedo, smooth and narrow, designed to slip between coral walls with almost zero resistance. Its colors are perfectly tuned for survival. A gray-brown back blends into the reef from above, while a pale underside hides it from anything looking up. The head itself is a masterpiece of engineering. The pointed snout cuts through the water, helping the shark glide through tight coral corridors. The nostrils on either side contain special valves that filter water, keeping out tiny debris as the shark analyzes scents from kilometers away. And those eyes, large, deep, and incredibly complex, perform almost like night vision cameras. They allow the shark to hunt when the reef is nearly pitch black. And then, of course, there's the smile. A row of nearly 100 sharp teeth tilted at the perfect angle for gripping slippery prey. Each tooth is supported by tiny secondary teeth along the edges, giving the shark an even better grip during a chase. These teeth constantly renew, with new rows growing in as fast as old ones fall out. Like all sharks, the reef shark is equipped with 7 essential fins, each doing a different job. The pectoral fins act like airplane wings, giving the shark smooth and agile control in the water. The pelvic fins help with turning, allowing the hunter to pivot with surprising grace. The dorsal fins work as stabilizers, preventing wobbling as the shark glides around corals at high speed. You might also notice something unique about their appearance. The tips of their dorsal fin and tail are bright white. That distinctive marking gives them their beautiful English name, white-tip reef shark. Its tail is a powerful hybrid of engine and steering wheel. With a single flick, the shark can burst forward or slide sideways into a narrow passage. Reef sharks prefer the warm waters of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, stretching from the Red Sea to the Philippines, from Japan all the way to South Africa. Anywhere you find bright coral reefs, you'll find this stealthy underwater hunter patrolling its territory. Socially, the reef shark is a true introvert. It spends most of its time alone, although occasionally small groups form in places where the hunting is good or the resting spots are limited. During the day, these sharks tuck themselves into caves, crevices, or quiet corners of the reef, conserving energy and avoiding unnecessary conflict. One of the most fascinating things about reef sharks is that they don't need constant motion to breathe. Many sharks must swim non-stop to push oxygen through their gills, but the reef shark has adapted a different strategy. It can rest completely still, drawing water into its mouth and over its gills without moving. That ability allows it to sleep, relax, or simply wait for the perfect moment to ambush prey. These sharks also develop long-term favorite spots. They return to the same ledges and cavities for decades, turning certain reef corners into shark hangout zones. These spots can get crowded, with sharks stacked tightly side by side like roommates squeezing into a small apartment. The reef shark's diet includes fish, crustaceans, and mollusks. But hunting isn't as simple as grabbing a random fish from a school. Reef sharks are not the fastest sharks in the ocean, nor the most flexible. So instead of relying on sheer speed, they rely on timing, darkness, and stealth. When night falls, the reef becomes a silent city. Most creatures find a hiding place among corals, sand patches, or caves. But hiding from a reef shark is almost impossible because the shark carries one of nature's most advanced detection systems. A fish buried in sand or tucked inside a crack still produces faint electric signals, and the shark can sense them with astonishing precision. Its body is flexible enough to weave through narrow tunnels, and its skin is thick and tough, protecting it from sharp corals. Even the dorsal fin can fold slightly to help it squeeze into tight spaces where most predators can't follow. Its lateral line, running along the sides of its body, detects vibrations and movement in the water. Even a slight tail flick from a frightened fish sends a pulse straight to the shark's brain. Reef sharks often hunt in coordinated groups. They don't form permanent packs, but when food is scarce, cooperation becomes a survival tactic. Some sharks corner prey into small pockets of the reef, while others dart in to catch the fleeing victims. The only thing prey can do to survive is freeze completely. A motionless fish becomes nearly invisible to these hunters. Even if a shark swims within a centimeter of it, if the prey remains still, the shark might pass it by. But that kind of discipline rarely lasts. All it takes is a twitch, a fin flick, or a slight breath. The moment prey moves, the attack becomes immediate and violent. When one shark strikes, the others follow instantly. The feeding frenzy begins. Dozens of sharks crash into cracks and caves, tails thrashing, sand exploding into the water. In seconds, a single fish disappears in a tornado of teeth. This chaos can last all night, leaving only the most hidden or lucky creatures alive when sunrise returns. Even with all these skills, reef sharks don't always catch enough food. Fortunately, their bodies have evolved to survive long stretches without eating. A reef shark can go for months with little or no food, slowing its metabolism and conserving energy until the next successful hunt. During these hunts, reef sharks often attract remoras, small fish that attach themselves to the shark's body with a suction disc on their heads. This hitchhiking lifestyle gives the remora protection, transportation, and a constant buffet of leftovers. They tag along wherever the shark goes, although they don't get much choice in direction. But even predators have enemies. Larger sharks, like tiger sharks, see reef sharks as a tasty meal, and smaller predators go after the young. A moray eel, hidden in a cave, can ambush a small reef shark pup, dragging it deep inside where escape is nearly impossible. Life on the reef is never peaceful, even for the hunters. During mating season, things get a lot less peaceful. A male reef shark chooses a female and attempts to hold her still by biting her pectoral fin. It looks rough, but this grip is necessary, because two sharks trying to stay aligned in the water is like trying to stand still in zero gravity. Fortunately for the female, her tough scales act like armor. But for the male, the moment he clamps his jaws, he stops breathing. That means the longer the attempt lasts, the more dangerous it becomes for him. If mating is successful, the female carries her pups for a little more than a year, a long and energy-demanding pregnancy. When the babies are finally born, usually 2 or 3 of them, they're already capable hunters. At 50 to 60 centimeters long, they come equipped with sharp instincts and the ability to chase small prey almost immediately. Despite all this, reef sharks are surprisingly peaceful toward humans. They're curious and bold, often swimming close enough for divers to get an unforgettable view, but they rarely attack unless provoked or confused. However, feeding them or spearfishing near them is a different story. The smell of blood or the sight of a wounded fish can push a reef shark into an instinctive response, and in that moment, even a harmless shark can become dangerous. The white-tip reef shark isn't just a skilled hunter, it's an essential part of the reef ecosystem. By removing dead or sick animals, it acts as a natural cleaner, helping coral reefs stay healthy. But for all its strengths, it has one enemy it cannot outsmart: humans. Reef sharks are heavily hunted for their meat and liver, both of which are considered valuable in many regions. In some parts of the Great Barrier Reef, their population has dropped by more than 80%. Their long pregnancies and slow reproduction make recovery almost impossible without protection. If people don't act soon, this remarkable species could vanish entirely. That wraps up today's deep dive into the world of the reef shark. I hope you discovered something new and found a new appreciation for this intelligent and misunderstood predator. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know which animal you want to explore next. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us again next week for another incredible journey into the wild. Until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.